Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Or as Irish say, sláinte. It's not slain.
Woo! Little boozy here. How we doing?
Good. Look at that. He said, "Come on, get your butt home."
That's pretty funny. You found a little Myers with a glass, a mug.
Actually, I made that. Pretty cool, huh?
I'm sorry, Pat. I didn't. And he's green too. Green hair.
Well, you know what? God bless AI. AI made it, not me.
Well done.
Yeah. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. Hey, Gene, how are you?
Hi, Gene. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. So you're earlier in the chat for slaughtered lamb. I was sitting in on that well, not this morning, this afternoon.
I stopped in for 5 minutes, if that.
And apparently the beer that we recommended to go back and watch it, Darren said it smelled like farts. The beer he was drinking. I don't even know what beer it was. It was one of the beers, I guess, when we went to, what the hell was that place right across from the convention center? The first night we met there for dinner.
Oh, Yard House. Actually, we almost went to it last night. One of them.
Yeah, whatever the beer was he had. He's like, it smelled like farts, but he's like, I didn't want to insult them because we had just met and had a beer. And I'm like, you could have said that. I would have laughed my ass off.
I guess I'm going to tell
you. I don't know what beer
it was. Smelled like farts here, I wouldn't drink them. But
no, not at all. I don't know what he's smelling there. I don't know.
That or I don't know what their stomachs are used to overseas there.
Well, his stomach's just a Maker's Mark. He's just a Scotch. What's good, fellas? Trying to poison Darren with some fart juice? Apparently so. Unbeknownst to us. So. That was funny as hell, though.
We're the scapegoats, I'm thinking. I didn't hear it, but...
Yeah, so how was everybody's St. Patty's Day weekend going? I actually celebrated all day yesterday. Me, my buddy Mike next door, my son, and we were, needless to say, highly inebriated last night. Yeah, we were drinking all day at the Log Tavern Brewery. Then we went to another bar where we knew people. And from there, we came home, and somehow, some way, I made it back out to the man cave. But then Mike and I just passed out in the man cave.
Have you literally slept there the entire night, wake up the next morning? Has that happened to you there?
No, not yet. Yeah, we were both completely piss-ass drunk.
I fell asleep. Well, we'll talk about it. I got to look it up. This Nicolas Cage movie where he's in everybody's dreams. Have you heard about that movie?
No. Which one's that? I haven't even heard about
I'm going to look it up. I got to look it up. It was
going to be like, what's it like? What do you call it? Freddy ripoff or something? He's in everybody's dreams.
It was on Max. It's like a dark comedy, but it does have some like horror elements to it.
No, I didn't even hear that one. What's it called?
I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll write it down. I didn't even hear that.
Maybe Dream Scenario. Just came out this past year. A hapless man finds his life turned upside down when millions of strangers suddenly start seeing him in their dreams.
Interesting. What's it called?
Dream Scenario. When his nightmare appearances take a nightmare's turn, Paul is forced to navigate his newfound stardom. It's crazy. That's all I'll say.
Very interesting. No, did not hear that. I have to check it out though.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it again because my point was I was falling asleep a little bit towards the end. Not like that. It was because it was bad, but I was out all day.
Joe is in the chat. He will be joining us shortly. He's running just a little bit behind, but we haven't done a beer review in a while, but we kind of should, especially on this high holiest of holy days of beer. So let's do a quick beer review. So I am drinking. I just took a picture. This is a picture of my son and I yesterday drinking some Irish Red from Log Tavern Brewery, which I'm having.
The glare on your glasses. That's awesome.
So that's me and Joe's son having beers at the Log Tavern yesterday, celebrating. And I'm having some more Irish Red today.
Nice.
All right. So let's see. And then Freddie is having.
Yeah, I got two things. I'm having the Shamrock stuff first. I had the go all the way downtown to Goose Island. So, well, I had to go there for work anyways, but they sold out of those. That was just a quick, whatever you call those, crowlers or howlers, whatever they call the big cans. And they sold out within like 2 minutes online. It's a bourbon barrel aged stout with mint in there, vanilla,
Wow, that sounds
lactose.
good.
Yeah, you would like it, Pat. You would
I
like it.
definitely would like that.
And then, of course, I'm still going to town on my 316 IPAs. Hops hand selected by Stone Cold Steve Austin himself from his brewery El Segundo, and yeah, El Segundo, California. There,
Very, very cool. I like
El
it.
Segundo Brewing Company. Yep.
So that's what we're drinking. Let us know what you guys are having. Anybody having some Guinness? I had some Guinness with dinner. Had corned beef and cabbage for day 2. So we had some Guinness with that. Hey, Matt, what's up? Can't stay, but just wanted to wish happy St. Patty's Day and happy birthday, Uncle Kurt Russell.
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Happy birthday. And happy belated birthday to Matt, too. Matt just had a birthday, too.
Oh, yeah. Birthday was this past week. That's right. Happy belated. Yep. Joe's boy. That was him hanging out, having beers with me.
My middle name is Patrick because my wife or my mom, not my wife, my mom went into labor with me on St. Patrick's Day, but I didn't pop out until 2 days later.
Well, look at that. Oh, that's right. Your birthday's this week.
Yes, 2 days.
Shit. Well, I'll be like you. I'm going to send something to you, but it's going to be late because I completely forgot. I brought it on the calendar, too. I can't believe I forgot.
Hey, Bill. Bill's in the chat, our guy.
Bill, the Everskate is in the house. Everybody, happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. And Slancha. Yes, absolutely. But we'll do Bill's intro since he's hanging out with us. If I can find it. There it is.
Fuck the other Everskate. Fuck you. Sending me this shit.
Never gets old.
Nope.
Never gets old. What Gene says, you're making a movie called Stab. No, we just thought it'd be fun to cast. You know what it is? Because you were talking about Nev Campbell coming back to the Scream franchise, and I'm like, yeah, we can sit there and speculate and talk about all this shit that's going to happen. But I'm like, you know what? How fun would it be to recast our own Stab movie? Because they had all the people. They had like some, like Heather Graham was in that, and there's a bunch of people that they cast in that film within the film. Yep. So I said, let's go back and let's just make our own and see what everybody comes up with. We had a lot of fun with this on the old podcast when we used to do it with the Halloween movies.
Yeah, who else was it? Was that Tori Spelling? No, was she in it? Was she?
Tori Spelling was in it. Yep. And what was the other one? Was it Parker Posey?
Yeah, Parker Posey. Could you hear Halloween 3 on before I hopped on? I had the volume kind of up. I had it on the back.
I did hear it. Yeah, I don't hear it now though. You gotta have H3 on. I watched it too, and
my brother did too.
You got to do it. Had it on. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. We're gonna sit there. We'll go through. I got a whole list of all the different characters from the OG. Now, if you were casting your own Stab movie, let me put the banner up here because it would make sense to do that. All right, so if we're casting our Stab movie, we'll go character by character and throw one out there. This is always a fun thing. I always like this because people come up with some real good ones that really will fit. And I tried to put my head into this and come up with some interesting ones too, and see where it goes from here. So if we were going to, I figured we'd start from the beginning. And so if we had to recast Casey Becker, who would you recast Casey Becker? Because obviously we know it was Drew Barrymore, but who would it be? I thought this, for some reason, this popped in my head. Lisa Kudrow.
That would be interesting.
I could see that. The same type of personality, same goofiness. I mean, obviously, some people that might be on my list, obviously a little bit older now. So, but I'm just saying in that time frame, because you figure 96, so people would be a little bit younger.
Yeah, in that time frame, right?
So Lisa Kudrow, I thought that'd be kind of funny. It'd be funny. Bill's been wearing H3 shirts all week. Nice. Actually, this has got a lot of mileage on it because I wore this all day yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't spill anything on it. Didn't get a chance to wash it.
He's wearing it again. He's only at home. It's okay. He can do that.
I'm only at home. I did shower. I showered.
He showered.
I did shower. So what about you? What do you think for a Casey Becker for Stab?
For a Casey Becker, huh? This one I kind of forgot about. That's why I shouldn't have thought about it on the list. Give me a second here.
That's good, Mr. and Mrs. Moody. I like that. Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, that'd be very good. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
She would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, Heather Graham was in the movie version. That was
Mhm.
actually a good choice.
That was a good choice. I tried to stay away from the one that they actually did choose rather.
Yeah, you don't want to have to. You're not going to double down on that, right?
No, I'm not going to double dip. Hell's no. What do you think? You have any ideas?
Uh what's the girl's name? It's gonna bug me now. I'm looking it up here now. She probably would have been a final girl. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on the girl's face. Oh, you know who would? You know who I would take? But I guess she might be. Well, they're all pretty. Johnny Depp's ex-wife, the crazy one that was just in court with him.
Amanda Pete?
No,
Isn't that her? What
the
the
one
hell's
that,
this?
the one that Carpenter had in the ward.
Oh,
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. I knew it was something like that.
Put that maniac in there.
Bill says Alyssa, put that maniac in there. Alyssa Milano. Yeah, I can see that.
Alyssa Milano, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah, we got to think about a few more of those. That God, I really like. Yeah, that Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan's good. I like that.
That's a pretty damn good one.
We can move through. Yeah, people can still throw them in the chat after the fact. Let us know if you come up with some more for Casey Becker. But what about, of course,
Kurt
the biggie?
Russell's stepdaughter? That could have worked too.
Yeah, that's right. She could have worked too. I'm drawing a blank on her name now. The hell is her name?
One from Almost Famous.
From Almost Famous. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Somebody
Yeah, she would work. Yeah, I could see that. But for the big guns, what about Miss Sydney Prescott?
Kate Hudson. Sorry, Sydney Prescott.
Oh, you're gonna like my choice for Sydney Prescott.
You gonna say Eliza Dushku on me? Eliza would be awesome.
How great would that be to have Eliza Dushku? I mean, in all these movies too.
Oh yeah. And there's like ones that I guess you would take from other horror films. Like I think Jessica Biel could have worked too. Maybe she was almost too hot.
I have her on here on this list for something. I thought.
Oh, you know who would have been a good
one
I don't. Too? Alicia Cuthbert for the girl at the beginning too.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you first, Sydney? You can't have Eliza. I have her. She's mine.
Well, that was the first. That was the first one I had on my list.
Now you could have that too, because I knew that you knew that's where I was going. I'm like, no, you're gonna like this one.
I think Jessica Biel would have been pretty good, but she's like in the Texas Chainsaw movies. Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba's another good one.
Jessica Alba would work. Yeah.
She's going to be coming up again this evening, as I'm sure you knew.
Oh yeah, stick around, people. We got our top 5 butts in horror. I didn't want to put asses on there because I figured that'd be a red flag on YouTube, so I have butts. And I was telling everybody, "Oh, we're doing our top 5 asses tomorrow," and they're all like, "Male?" I'm like, "No, we're not gonna. We don't. Why would we talk about man's ass? We want no man ass." Anne Hathaway is another one. That's good.
Let's give Danielle Harris some blonde hair, and she could play that girl at the beginning. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that Anne Hathaway. That's good. Yeah, but stick around for that and see what asses we chose. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of cross pollination. Yeah, that would be good.
Or Tara Reid. Tara Reid was kind of in that spotlight around that time too.
Tara Reid, yeah.
Now we got to go back to the brunettes. I'm sorry.
Trying to think of what. I'm gonna throw some more in the chat. But now, if you think of this one I went not old school, but kind of obscure. But for some reason, it was the first name that popped up in my head for Gail Weathers because of her quirkiness, the way she looks. For some reason, Wendy Kaplan popped in my head. You know,
Wendy Kaplan. I never really she'd be good. The one I thought of, but I thought she probably should have been prettier, and I'm not saying anything bad, but Juliette Lewis would work for me, but even though I don't find her that attractive, but
she's weird. She's like Jerry Seinfeld's girlfriend.
She's like a hit or miss,
the one,
right?
like in certain lights she looks real pretty, then certain lights she doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those. I mean, she was great in Natural Born Killers, though. Ooh.
Let's get her a little Italian in there. Let's get some Marissa Tomei in there, even though she was probably a little bit older at that time.
Oh, I like that, Marissa Tomei.
She didn't really do any horror films, but
no, but always had a big crush on her.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so throw some more.
Gina
in the chat.
Gershon. How about that?
Gina Gershon. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of that. That would have been fun.
hmm
All right, for Mr. Dewey Riley. Oh, Jennifer Tilly's good. I like that.
Oh, very good. Yes.
Juliette Lewis always looks better, but yeah, with long hair. Yep, I'll definitely agree with that. Young. Are you thinking Sean Young? Maybe because Sean Young wouldn't be bad.
Fecal and Einhorn. Einhorn is
Einhorn is Finkel, but for Dewey, I was trying to think. I'm like, who would be good to fit in that role? For some reason, this is the first one out of my head. Luke Wilson.
Yeah, because he's got a little goofiness to him, right?
Yeah, I thought so. I'm like, yeah, he's kind of goofy. Thought that would fit the mold of a Dewey Riley.
How about the one Wahlberg, the new kid's Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg? He'd be a little goofy. Maybe he's too pretty.
He's too pretty. Actually, I have him on my list here for something. I have to go down the list.
Oh God, there goes.
Oh yeah, he was right. Yeah, Sean Young. Yep. What was that?
Kid's putting a mask on.
Oh, that's the part you're on now with little buddy.
Little buddy, we missed little buddy at age 45.
It's a joke on the
You know what?
children.
You know, actually, who could have worked? Maybe depending on the time frame we're talking about. Pat Winona Ryder could have worked as Gale Weathers too.
That's good. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Winona Ryder. That would work.
I gotta turn this down so we don't get dinged.
I don't even hear it, truth be told.
Okay. Now I'm hearing the mom laugh because she's like drunk.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
kid
Winona
falls
Ryder,
to the
though.
ground.
I like that. But what about you? Throw out some Dewey Rileys. I mean, I said Luke Wilson.
Yeah, I thought Donnie Wahlberg would be pretty good. I think he could do the goofiness pretty well. I like Donnie Wahlberg. That one I only put one down. I want to think of a couple more here. Who else in the chat? What else do we got from goofy boys that could be in that spot?
Yeah, throw some out there.
Chris Klein, he's too pretty.
Yeah, you can't. But you got to put somebody that's goofy in there. You know, that's not the most attractive. Oh, there you go, Raccoon Eyes. Ryan Gosling.
Well, that's a chip off the old block there, wasn't it?
DJ Quails as Lewis.
How about Devon Sawa as Dewey?
Devon Sawa. That's right. That's a good one.
The,
I thought of this too. I was thinking Jim Carrey.
Really?
Right, I was thinking Jim Carrey. Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, that would be good.
Ashton Kutcher could do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. He would definitely be able to do it.
Ashton Kutcher. How about that? Oh, remember Breckin Meyer? He was in Road Trip. He's in a whole bunch of stuff. Breckin Meyer could work.
Breckin Meyer.
Oh, Sean William Scott, the Stifler, the
Stifler. The Stiffmeister would work. That's good too. All right,
you
so
can get
now
older and put John C. Reilly there.
John C. Reilly, could you imagine?
It's so slippery.
All right, so let's get it interesting here for some killer take. What about Billy Loomis, played by Skeet Ulrich? So this one popped up in my head just for the way he acts, and I just thought with his quirkiness, he would be able to pull this off. So Billy Loomis, I have Christian Slater.
Christian Slater. Hey.
The way he talks and it's all weird like this, I thought all the lines that he would deliver them pretty cool. Like because basically almost do the character he plays in Heathers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what popped in my head, Heathers, and I'm like, oh yeah, why not Christian Slater? Just play the Heathers role.
There's one guy here that I was just thinking of here. I'm going to get his name. I'm sorry. I don't know if you know who John Kerry is. He's been in Stranger Things. He's got the longer hair that comes over his head a little bit like Billy Loomis does in Scream. If you look up John Kerry, Keery. Perfect Billy Loomis.
Eric, what's up, man? I'm late, but I'm wearing my silver. There you go. We all showing our H3 love on this most holiest of holy days.
I call it extra special, and for Pat and I, we both bought this hat together at the same time. Ooh.
This is true. At Monster Mania. That was 2 years ago already.
Yeah, and if somebody's wondering, they're at that seller's on Etsy and sells them too. A black one and the green one. The green one looks a lot better. Black one
Yeah, you
looks
got
nice too, though.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, you could do Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh, give me some fear, Mark Wahlberg. Is that what
Fear.
you're saying?
Yeah, actually I was just watching. That's on my list. Fear. I was watching that the other night. It was on.
How about the guy that played? Oh, he was in Scream 2. Never mind. Nev Campbell's boyfriend in Scream 2 at the university. What's his name? Jason? No.
No, what the hell's his name from
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me? Yeah, I forget his name. Help us in the
He's
chat.
married to Rebecca Romaine now.
Yeah, what the hell's his name? Drawing a blank on it. Well, we'll think of it. Somebody in the chat will throw it in there. But what about, all right, so that's for Billy Loomis. What about Stu Macher?
Oh, Stu, huh?
Yeah, because we know that was cast perfectly. But I would have to, but I was thinking for this, I'm like, this is where I thought Mark Wahlberg would fit in here. You know, like Boogie Nights Mark Wahlberg, like Goofy Mark Wahlberg, or even Ted Mark Wahlberg.
I like Zac Efron a little bit in that too, because he's a little goofy.
Thank you, Raccoon. Yep, Jerry O'Connell. That's it.
Jerry O'Connell, you got a Raccoon. Nice, thank you.
Yep, figured somebody would know. But drew a complete blank. Yeah, but Mark Wahlberg I thought would be fun. There's a lot. There's actually a lot. This is a goofy character where Jim Carrey could have blended right into that with his goofiness.
Or Sean William Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could mix up a few of these different people here.
Gene says, what would the mask look like? Would you go with Ghostface or something different? Well, I guess you got to go with Ghostface because it's supposed to be like you're basically recasting what happened.
Well, and I'll tell you, I think the TV show mask was pretty cool too. A lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if you ever saw the TV show mask, but
I did. Yep. That's actually not a bad choice out there too. She gets them confused with Jason Bateman, but Jason Bateman wouldn't be a bad choice.
yeah, Jason Bateman.
It was my partner in crime from last night.
Hey, Mike.
We had dinner tonight. We had St. Patty's Day dinner. Like the green. Yeah. There you go.
Dax Shepard could play both Dewey and even the Stu. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. This is true. All right. So let's see, here we go. Moving on from Stu Macher to what about Tatum Riley? Played by the beautiful what the hell's her name? Why am I drawing a blank on it now? I love her.
Marilyn Manson's ex-wife.
Yeah.
You and I are
Rose McGowan. Bad. I'm like, how do I draw a blank on her? I love Rose McGowan.
We're doing pretty bad today on this stuff, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm trying. Still, I guess. You know what? I wasn't even really hungover today, too, which is surprising. But yeah, my brain is definitely on a fog from. It's been polluted all weekend. Actually, no, not too much on Friday, but yeah, yesterday was a marathon. But I put down for Tatum Riley. I put Frank would like this. What about some Kathleen Kinmont?
Whoa, how about that?
Figured somebody that's got to be hot with some nice assets, just like Rose McGowan. I could see her saying that line too. Ooh, Mr. Killer.
You couldn't you? Hold on here.
Yeah, throw some out there in the chat. People, who would you replace the lovely Rose McGowan with? I threw out Kathleen Kinmont, who may or may not be on another list tonight.
I don't know if you know Erin Moriarty, but she was she's the one female superhero in on the TV show The Boys. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. Joe's got a good one.
Girl right here.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Oh yeah.
Amanda Seyfried. Yeah, I could see her. Oh, look at Bill going old school. Kari Werrer. Oh God, I love Kari.
Oh my God.
Much from Uncle Soul just to see her.
This could be a Lindsay Lohan spot too.
This could be, yeah, that's right. This could be her because she has that. She can play. She could definitely pull that off. But I like that Corey Ward. Look at that, going deep.
You know, who is it? Oh,
she was hot and thinner.
Oh yeah, she was in Thinner, right? Stephen King.
Yep. All right, so that's Tatum. What about you have another one? Are you looking one up?
Yeah, I forgot her name. It was so bad. even if you put her as a brunette as the final girl, Rachel McAdams. I'd love to have Rachel McAdams somehow in the Scream film.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like her.
And she could play the blonde, the bimbo blonde, or she could play even the final girl. I think she'd be ideal.
What about Randy Meeks? Jamie Kennedy. Randy Meeks. So for me, the quirkiness and the slight annoyance I thought would be Seth Green.
Yeah, he's spot on, isn't he?
I thought that would be perfect.
You know who I would really like, but I think it wouldn't. He's like a taller dude, Jason Segel.
Jason Segel,
a little goofy.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Or
he could even be Stu Macher. Jason Segel.
Or what's his name?
That's a good one. Topher Grace.
There you go. That's a good one. Yes.
Okay.
How about Miles Robbins, Pat?
Miles Robbins. There you go. Another Halloween crossover there.
Yeah.
Look at this. Screech. Was it Dustin Diamond?
Oh, Dustin Diamond. Oh boy.
That would work. Lord knows he was I mean, rest in peace. Died way too young, but man, was he annoying too.
Oh yeah, he's a big time annoying.
Throw some more out there. Let's see. So what? Throw some more in the chat if you want, but we'll move on from Randy to.
Oh, I got one for Randy.
One?
How about Talia Shire's son, Jason Schwartzman?
Oh yeah,
guy's goofy. The one that
Nick
makes the hair
Schwartzman?
doll. Nick Schwartz, the comedian. I think you're talking about, right? That's MB. That's you, right? That's not Joe, right? Or is that Joe?
I don't know. It says Mr. and Mrs. So it could be either. I guess it's both. Look at Marlon Wayans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's Joe. Where are you? What are you driving somewhere? Where is you? Need you get you on here. You better be all decked out in green. Actually, you better have a silver Shamrock shirt on.
Let's put the idiot Spinks from Halloween 5 in this role.
Oh, Spitz.
Spitz, not Spinks.
Spitz.
You know the guy that put "Go Cubs" on my poster.
Right. What the hell is it? Shit. Why am I drawing blank on his name?
I thought
Matthew something, right? Isn't that his name? Matthew something?
Matthew something is right.
Joe's driving and texting.
Oh, that's impressive.
What about, although he wasn't in it all that long, it was mostly footage, TV footage, and he does make an appearance in the other films. What about Cotton Weary? Played by Liv Schreiber. Liv Schreiber. What did I put?
Wes Bentley.
Oh. For Cotton Weary, I put Liam Neeson.
Ooh, that's up there. We're hitting some spots there.
Yeah. See, I had a clarity moment from all the booze when I was doing my list. And I'm like, that popped in my head. Liam Neeson. I'm like, that would work. Obviously, I said, this is 1996, so he's a lot younger.
Yeah. If we're talking about that time, Edward Norton would be ideal too at that time.
Ooh, I didn't think of that. Edward Norton.
Before he became more A-list.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, Norton could.
What's some more people? Throw them out there. Who else?
Even John C. Reilly in that spot would be good too at that time.
Yeah, John C. Reilly would be good in that. Or actually,
Leslie Nielsen. That's for Scary Movie, Mike.
Leslie Nielsen. That's great. Well, why not? Hey, he was in a horror movie. He was in two horror movies. Two of them. He was in Prom Night.
He was in Repossessed. We're good.
He was Repossessed, albeit it was a comedy horror. But yeah, he was in Gerard Butler.
That's a good one, Raccoon Eyes. Gerard Butler, yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
He's too old, but Andy Garcia.
Cole Hauser. Yeah.
Cole Hauser?
Yeah. So, yeah, throw some more out there. Who could play Cotton Weary in the Stab film?
Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck. Josh Brolin.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Ooh, Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn would be good. Better at that than Norman Bates.
Yeah, much better than his portrayal in Psycho. Ugh. Yeah, That is just no good.
I should turn my
Not
pumpkin on, but I don't want to. It's not Halloween, even though it's Silver Shamrock Day.
It is Silver Shamrock Day. Absolutely. What about? All right, so now we're getting down to just to the character actors
The
out there.
Leprechaun.
What about Sheriff Burke? Dewey's boss.
Michael Ironside.
Michael Ironside, yeah. I went and did with another Halloween crossover, Daniel Roebuck.
Danny Roebuck could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go older. Bob Gooten.
Yeah. Travolta, I'm assuming, for Cotton Weary. That would be bad.
The Demolition Man's an animal.
Yeah. So that's yeah. I mean, albeit he wasn't all that much, but I was like, yeah, well, let's throw him in there. And Daniel Roebuck was the first name that popped in my head when I saw him. I said, yeah, why not? We'll throw that in there. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And what about? I mean, albeit you don't see too much of him, but you see him in the beginning and you see him at the end. Neil Prescott, Sidney's dad. And this one I thought was funny. Shit. Drop my mouse. What are you thinking?
I'm going way off the board. Leo Rossi.
Leo Rossi. I know the one I picked you like anyway. So for Neil Prescott, I picked Ed O'Neill.
Oh, that's awesome.
How great would that be?
How about Fred Ward before he died?
Fred Ward would work, yeah. Kim Cattrall is Gail Weathers. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like that. And there's only one left, but then we can go back and forth and for the rest of them, because even though you don't see his face, but the portrayal, and if they were able to use the actual actor's voice for Ghostface, I was thinking Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, as his voice?
Like, yeah, he could portray it in his voice. Just think of him as Negan, the way he talked.
God, you know who would have been awesome, but they used his voice from another film? Would have been Kiefer Sutherland. Like, did you ever see Phone Booth with Colin Farrell? His voice. Remember, you see him very, very briefly at the very end, but his voice the entire time. But yeah, I can't do that. I'm not going to say that. His voice would have been good. You got to find a guy's voice that would be very recognizable, right?
Well, for Sidney's dad, Craig T. Nelson.
Oh, there you go, Craig T. Nelson.
Look at this for Ghostface. Steve Buscemi for Ghostface.
Oh,
his voice,
God.
that voice would blend well. He's got that identifiable voice that you definitely know.
You know, let's get some comedy in there. Let's throw some Rob Schneider in there as a couple of characters in there.
Oh, ask and you shall receive. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
You know who can play a sheriff nowadays in like a role like that? Throw Judge
Really good.
Reinhold. Give him a role.
Judge Reinhold in this?
Judge Reinhold's old enough now. If you did it nowadays, why not?
Oh, nowadays, yeah. If you did the voice nowadays, but a young Judge Reinhold from like
as a voice.
from like
Sorry, I was thinking of the sheriff. My bad.
no, I can see Judge Reinhold. From Fast Times as Stu Macher, like kind of goofy, tall, goofy.
Yeah.
That would work. But yeah, somebody's a Seinfeld fan, but he's a close talker.
You know who has got a recognizable voice because of his success recently would be Bryan Cranston if you just use his voice.
Oh yeah. Actually, if you just use his voice and it's so deep, and that voice the second you hear it, especially on commercials, Sam Elliott.
Fuck yeah. Oh, Sam. Oh God.
He's got that voice that's so deep like this. It's so damn deep. Or even what do you call it? It does all voiceovers now, and you recognize his voice right away. Donald Sutherland.
You imagine if the voice box was Christopher Walken? I mean, what's your favorite scary movie?
Well, I want to know your name because I want to know who I'm watching.
Sicilians are great liars.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
We go with the pantomime.
Look at that. Ryan threw it out there too.
Oh
Look at you guys
God.
back to back.
What is it? March of the Penguins.
Morton Downey Jr. Oh God,
God.
could you imagine? Oh God, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Holy shit!
I think you know what scene with all that flashing's happening right now. Good God.
Yep, I can see it. Is he going?
Yep, it's coming up here.
I know it well. Yeah. For those that don't know, he's watching H3 for those that are just joining us.
It's just in the background. Mhm.
Howard Stern.
How about that? Howard Stern, kiss my ass in hell.
Yeah, right. WNBC.
WANBC. Oh, I had on Cobra, Stallone's Cobra the other day.
Mhm.
His partner in that movie, I was wondering where the hell I've seen that guy from. And he's the guy that works at the network with the white suit that, Paul Giamatti actually hits him with the freaking.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched
are you
Private-
okay? No.
I have to watch. I haven't watched Private Part in years.
My nose
God.
is bleeding. Start. Can you believe this?
I love the best part of that is when they are doing the password,
Mhm.
and because they were because they said these are the words you can't say, and they tried to put them all in there. He's
Yep.
blank a doodle do.
Cock.
Yeah, so I have cock.
Blake
I wrote
Willow, right?
I wrote my slobby. What is it? Or is it
Sloppy.
No, it was when they said blank Willow. He said pussy Willow. He's like, I wrote mine, Jackie the Joke Man. I wrote mine sloppy,
yeah.
so I have a sloppy pussy.
Yeah, and then he's arguing about it, right? Raccoon Eyes has got Roy Scheider. Now, I don't know where I got for the,
Roy Scheider.
when you said that Roy Scheider, I was thinking Ray Liotta too. Now, Ray Liotta, man, I need Ray Liotta in a horror film.
I mean, he was in the semi-horror movie, but it was more comedy for his last movie.
Oh God!
Oh,
yeah.
Ray Liotta. He was in Hannibal.
Oh, he's in Hannibal too. That's a good point.
Yeah, Mike Gilbert Gottfried for the voice. Could you imagine?
Oh my God!
Oh God, he'll be
That's a
stabbing your
good
ears.
sheriff. Speaking of, you're talking about those movies. Scott Glenn, remember Scott Glenn? He'd be a good sheriff. Good actor.
Oh, wait a second. Joe just sent me a message. Gents, we're about to get home. I'm wasted. I'll have to miss the pod. No, if you're wasted, you got to come on.
Oh, my little Joe toy.
Come on, Joe. Make an appearance. You can make an appearance and then leave. So,
I
come on,
don't
we
know
need
if I
drunk
could
Joe.
be on Tuesday. Then okay.
What happened?
Hmm.
On Tuesday?
No, I was just saying.
Or
Tuesday.
Roy and Cohen and Tate and Night Game. Two of my favorite movies. Ryan, am I reading it right?
You know who we need in a Scream movie? John
Who?
C. McKinley. Who could he play? The sheriff?
Oh yeah, right. As long as he acts like he did in Scrub.
Gilbert Gottfried would be great.
Could you imagine how annoying that voice would be? That would be great, though. Hysterical. The late great Gil. I still can't believe he's dead.
Yeah.
Travis, this is right up your alley. Travis, what's up?
Hey, Travis, happy St. Patty's Day, bud. How about we got to get the Dice Man somehow in this?
The Dice Man. Let's see who in here.
Could he play the voice? You do a voice? I don't know.
Oh, he could do the voice. Could you imagine that in his Dice voice?
Mm-hmm.
What's your name? You know, I want to know what I'm looking at. All right. Nathan Fillion could have played the dad or the sheriff. Yeah, I can see that.
Nice guy. Nathan Fillion. Good dude.
Trying to see who else is on here that. Like if we did a spoof of it, we should just do like recast it as a spoof. Like if they were going to do a stab movie, that's going to be like an airplane movie, just have goofy characters. I'm trying to see what girls would be real comedy driven to do this, and guys.
I keep on throwing Aubrey Plaza with anything in comedies with women.
Yeah, John C. McGinley as Sydney's dad, maybe, but I would want him to have more of a bigger role. hear him talking and doing more. Get Rodney in there too. Rodney Dangerfield. That would be interesting. Dennis Leary as the voice of Ghostface.
That would be awesome, Travis.
That would
That's
be
a good
good.
one.
That's a good one. Another supernatural actor, Jensen Ackles, would make a great Ghostface voice. Yeah.
How about Sebastian Maniscalco? His voice.
Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, right. Like a raccoon, Stormy Daniels as Gail. Nice.
Oh my God.
Or what's your name as Gal? The hell's the one from Joe Bob? Darcy the Mail Girl?
That's what I was thinking right when you were saying that. Yeah, Darcy the Mayo Girl.
Why not? What the hell? Get her in there. Get her in there. Trying to see what else on here. We can get some fun people to play. What the hell can we get in here? I don't know. Throw some more. Oh, Jennifer Tilly. Yeah, somebody mentioned that before. Definitely Jennifer Tilly.
Just turn it off. Just turn it off.
Oh, is that Stop It?
Stop it.
It's right there.
You know, can we get Christy Swanson in this movie somehow too?
Yes. Christy Swanson as Casey Becker would go over well. Stormy Daniels would play Sidney's mom, right? Because we know why, right? because Tony, she was a hoa. There's something about Leary's angry Massachusetts accent threatening people that would be very intimidating. Also kind of fun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alan Richardson as Cotton Weary.
How about Tony Shalhoub? Let's get Tony Shalhoub somehow. In there.
Oh, yeah, you need Tony Shalhoub in here somewhere. His name
Alec Baldwin's voice could work, though, too. His voice is pretty extinct.
He does, yeah. He does. That voice would definitely work. But where would we put Tony Shalhoub in here? Would be he could be Billy Loomis.
I swear to God, Pat, it's like as if I know Carpenter was just a producer. It's like this movie, like you. I swear, if you didn't know any better, this movie could be taken as a John Carpenter film, like directing wise. I swear.
Well, it had all the elements of a Carpenter film. I mean, yeah. He was a producer on it, but the music
ended.
Yeah, the way it ended. You have Dean Cundy with there shooting it as well. So yeah, definitely had all the right ingredients. Deborah Hill, all of it.
I love when he was he's on the phone talking to his ex-wife. There's that phone booth right there at the street there where everything's at.
Yeah, where we were hanging out.
The bar.
Just a few months ago.
The Fog frickin' church.
Yeah, that trip was so much fun. It went by so damn fast.
I love seeing all the special events that they have at that bar too.
Yeah, they do have
a typical bar. Just like a typical bar.
Oh God, I'd be living in that bar if I lived anywhere near there. I'd be like a bar fly, big time. But yeah, that's us casting a Stab movie. Throw some more in the chat if you want. If you think of some more as we go along, and throw some in the comments below. Who would you cast in the Stab movie? Which basically is just recasting Scream, but I just figured it'd be fun to just say we're recasting a Stab film instead.
He was in a movie called Stabbed. He was stabbed. You remember that from the third Scream?
So what we're doing
with each other
this Tuesday, we're continuing our Friday the 13th watch-alongs, and we're up to part 3. One of my personal favorites. So let's do a quick movie review because we're going to do a review of Friday the 13th part 3. We'll be watching it on Tuesday night. So let's do a quick movie review. Tonight, we're reviewing Friday the 13th, Part 3. One of my favorite Jasons, Richard Brooker.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And we'll be watching this. Make sure you join us on Tuesday night, because we'll be watching this on our watch-along. So, Friday the 13th, Part 3. I did. I saw this in the theater when it was in 3D. I don't like 3D movies. They give me nothing but a headache, especially those stupid red and blue glasses. Always just give me a headache. But I did enjoy. I liked it in the theater, and I love it even more now. I love that. I love Richard Brooker's portrayal of Myers of Jason because it's very Myers like, especially in the beginning when he's in shadows. You're seeing him from the side. It's very shot just like early Myers from the first two films. So that's one thing I was liked about it. I like the story. There was, if you want, go watch my what ifs. There's a couple of flaws in it that I thought that which is a little weird. Like you have the main girl whose name is escaping me right now. Hold on a second. Where is it? What's her?
It's almost time, kids.
What is her name? Chris. The girl Chris. The whole thing is she's there trying to get over her fright because she was attacked by Jason, which would never happen. Jason would never leave anybody unless you're a final girl and you get away at the end of the film. But it doesn't make any sense. Like, we never saw that. We see the little flashbacks as she's talking about it. So that was the only plot hole that I didn't really care for. But the rest of it I like. We get the iconic hockey mask from Shelley. I like Shelley's character as a goofball. I like how they go and they piss off the bikers.
Larry Zerner. Yep.
I like the beginning of it, like I said, Jason in shadows. He's by the laundry, and the couple that run that little convenience store. That's it's funny. And of course, we get one of the best kills in the franchise. The guy constantly walks on his hands and gets split. It's split in two with a friggin' machete.
Yep.
And
upside down. Yeah. The biker girl. The poor woman's version of Halle Berry. She's, she passed away not too long ago of cancer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Gloria Charles. She was really good in it. That whole biker gang is pretty funny.
It was. The guy's sitting there. They're like siphoning the gas out of the van. And the guy's got a cigarette in his mouth. It's like, seriously.
It was a big deal for its time, right? The 3D, because it was kind of just new, right? Well, no, 3D wasn't new. 3D's been around a long time, right? At that time.
Icon says, I can never see Olympia beer without thinking of those bikers. Nice.
Sucker! He's got that freaking, fist of chains, right?
Yeah. Part barn, a classic. Yeah. And I love the stuff around the barn. The kills are fun. So for me, out of a 10, I'd give this a 7.
You give it a 7? I'm liking 7.
Yeah. So what say you about Friday the 13th? Let us know your rankings in the chat too.
So you know what? I actually really like the final girl, Dana Kimmel, right?
Dana Kimmel.
I thought she was awesome in this. I really enjoyed her.
I just wanted the backstory because it was weird because you didn't know anything why this happened.
Like he was after her and stuff, right? That was really bizarre, right? And then her kind of love interest is wearing a Jason's mother's like hood sweater. You ever hear about that, do you?
True. Yeah.
It's freaking unreal. But yeah, dude, the debut of the mask, right? The hockey mask that became so famous. And I always thought he was wearing a jumpsuit. He's not wearing a jumpsuit. It's just a button-down long sleeve shirt. It's just it becomes kind of his attire that's close to the same for the rest of the series after this, for the most part. But it's one of the few ones that I really enjoy all the characters. I even enjoy the one that Larry Zerner is trying to hook up with too. She's pretty funny in it too, where she's kind of a little bit of a badass, isn't she? Like a tomboy. It's good stuff. I love the deaths, like you said, like when the one guy gets split when he's doing his handstands walking around, right?
You knew something was going to happen because the nitwit kept walking on his hands. And although the girlfriend gets killed, but it's like wash, rinse, repeat, that type of scene where he comes from behind which they already did before. And then and the best was the stoners, the Cheech look-alike.
Oh yeah,
the two stoners.
Remember when she gets like stabbed or whatever? It's like as if she's getting tickled. She's like, Yeah. She did
the reverse of, what are you doing on this?
Yeah, right. It's got our buddy at the beginning, the publicist from House too. He's in a ton of things. The guy at the beginning that's eating all the food.
He was just on
Married with Children.
Married with Children when I was watching it the other
He's
day.
part of
Yeah.
No Man, right?
He's a charter member of No Man, one of Al's friends.
Yeah. He's
Friday 13th.
funny, and
part
his
three is what
annoying wife.
Nectar of the Cheeks, ass cheeks. Oh, you didn't like it? Right, it says 6.5.
Really?
Still a good score. Needed to see the rape scene with her and Jason to bump the score up, though. Nice. I don't know. I like this one. To me, it was
Ryan.
very Halloweenish. That's what I liked about it. But what would you give it out of a 10 if you had to rate it?
If I were to rate this, I think I'm with you, Pat. It's a 7. It was one that I didn't like for the longest, or it wasn't one of my favorites for a while, but it's growing over time. It's no doubt. Like, it's funny. It's like I seem to like the later Jasons more when I was younger, but now as I've gotten older, I appreciate the older ones more. Going through this whole exercise, it makes me think of it like that. Lay that.
Lay the retard pipe down, Jason.
The one thing that's really surprising in this one is when he takes his mask off to show her. Remember in the barn, which is like kind of a random.
Yeah,
spot,
it looks like he's like smiling. He's like, and puts it back down. It can't be
like Little Team America. Surprise, cockfag.
Travis says, I do love how these movies need characters to be doing something random before they die. And the handstand is one of those. True. Or the robot dancing girl at 5. I love that one. Violet.
Oh, yeah, the robot dancing girl.
Yeah. Hey, Feel the Screams. What's up? Felt like part 3 set the standard formula for Friday the 13th movies. True. Yeah. It kind of did.
Feel the Screams. Yeah, you could say
That's
this
true.
is the foundation because
Yeah. Basically, it was the template. That's very true.
because arguably you're introduced to Jason in part 2, even though Jason is something in the first one, but he's just the backstory really in the first one, and he's introduced in the second, and then this is where maybe this is his coming out party. Maybe you think
This is true. Yeah. Yeah. Violet kind of has that death too. When she gets stabbed, she's kind of like, ugh. She has that death too. Now, what the hell's the song? What is the song she's singing? Man, there's a man something or other. It's going to drive me crazy. Travis asks, what's your favorite Jason face? I like his face. But in part 7, I would have to go with in part 7 too. Because that's the one where he's getting pissed off. He's like, because she's getting fucking pissed at her because she's using the mind and fucking his ass up. And he's like, because you can see him getting pissed. When he's behind the mask, you can't see him getting pissed. There, he's got the mask off, and you can see he's getting pissed at her because she keeps fucking him up.
Yeah.
That's it. The man with no life in his eyes. Feel the Scream says it often gets overlooked, at least by me, because 4 is a better film and 2 is scarier. I still enjoy it for Shelley and its other goofy shenanigans. Yeah, it's almost like the middle child. Some people tend to forget part 3. It's like the middle child syndrome.
Yeah, I love 4 though. 4 is my favorite one.
He's pissed because he still hasn't gotten any new. Nice. All these creative situations to put these characters in before they die. Then Demon is just taking a shit. Yeah, but that is an iconic scene. Part 7 and 8 are ones to enjoy more with time. Part 7, part 7 I like. It's not so bad. Because you have our buddy in it from Weekend at Bernie's.
Terry Kaiser.
So I like it just because he's in it.
Yeah.
Demon was singing, yeah. I mean, I don't know anybody that sings while they're naked as shit. And this was actually had one of the more brutal deaths because, I mean, you always see people get stabbed, but when the biker comes alive and he cuts his arm off.
Oh, yeah.
You were like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
This one, I think you start seeing more pranks in the third one, don't you? It's a bit more goofiness.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? It was also, if you look at it this way, it was sort of a wash and repeat situation because you had
you have the old guy with the eye, right?
You had him replacing Crazy Ralph. Then you had Shelley replacing, was it Jeff in the first one who played the goofball?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like sort of wash, rinse, repeat if you kind of dissect it. Mm-hmm. But it was good. I enjoyed part. I mean, everybody knows my Affinity Part 2 is my favorite. But I think when I ranked this, part 3 was my number 3 because part 1 was my number 1 was part 2. My number 2 was part 4, and I think 3. It was either 3 or 6 was number 3 when I ranked them, if I remember correctly. But what's everybody's give it? What's the score? What everybody in the chat throw your score? What would you give it?
7's a good score.
I think 7 is pretty fair, given what we saw. Field of Scream says, I never understood why the stoners traveled with them. They weren't really involved in the party scenes and were just used. They were fodder. They were just there to get killed. Yeah, they were just fodder. I mean, it was funny, the scene where where they hear the police come up their ass and they all start trying to eat the pot. It was very Cheech and Chong-ish. Gene likes part. Yeah, I like part 3. 7's not a bad score. I like it. It's pretty much arguably my next to maybe Steve Dash and Warrington Gillette because I love part 2. My favorite Jason because I love Richard Brooker. He just had that nonchalant. He had those big traps, and he just just killing. It was like he was just killing people. Just because I'm gonna do it. Just gonna kill him.
I like the poster. I know. I think you were mixed on it, but I really enjoyed the poster of the third one.
It's not bad to me. It just didn't seem to pop as much as the other ones. We have to do some more of the poster rankings. I enjoyed that. Maybe compare. Somebody said the Chucky posters and the Nightmare posters. That maybe we can do that next week. That'd be fun.
Yeah, or we were talking standalone posters too.
And some standalone posters. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. 6 for part 3. Part 4 is the best of the first few. Yeah, I think Brady was his number 1. I love part 4. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with a dead fuck.
Man, I tell you, Dr. Cellos, he just can't keep his hands off of women, can he?
Are you watching it again?
I just put it on repeat. He's got his hands on shoulders. He's got his hands around.
Oh, that's why he's the king of all ass grabbers.
Dude, he's the best.
He's my hero. So, yeah, that's our review of Friday the 13th Part 3. We're watching it on Tuesday night, so make sure you come for our watch-along on Tuesday night. We'll be watching Part 3 in our watch-along. Throw it in the chat. Throw it in the comments after. Let us know your score. Bill says he's with Ryan, 6.5 out of 10. Part 3 falls towards the middle of the list for you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just my affinity for it. I don't know. Maybe seeing it in the theater. Ryan says 2, 4, 6, and the remake get 8s and up. After that, it's 6.5s and down. Yeah, I love the remake. We're big fans of the remake. Jamie Kennedy's Corey Feldman story on Thing with Two Heads was yeah. That was pretty funny.
Chuck E. Cheese, yeah.
He's like, "Hey, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese." What the fuck are you going to Chuck E. Cheese for? That was weird. Yeah, it was a good episode. I caught it the other day.
That sounds like something I would do.
That's so something. Like me, it was an epiphany. So when we used to go, there was a Chuck E. Cheese we used to take the kids to, but admittedly, I would just pay the ticket and I would just go in there and just hang out and let Terrence run around and do his thing. Fiona was much younger, so it wasn't too much she could do. But the one that we went to, and I remember going, I'm like, all right, they wanted something to eat or drink. And I walked up, I'm like, you guys have beer and wine? Why have I not known this before?
Isn't that wild?
I was like, told the wife, here's the keys. You're driving home.
Did you
know what it's like being at Chuck E. Cheese with your own kids and then all these other fucking kids. You need a drink.
You need something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read any of the comments from that episode of theirs? Because I was going back and forth with Sean because I said to him, I go, I can't believe none of you guys named Rodney Dangerfield as a comedian on any of that. They had all these other people that they named, which is fine. You can miss one or two.
I didn't read the comments. I should go back and read some of them.
He's like, yeah, I don't know how we missed that one either.
I think I love almost every one of these movies. Yeah, they're all fun. All the Fridays are fun. Even
Jason X.
Yeah, Jason. Well, Jason X is a guilty
pleasure.
Jason
Goes to Hell is god awful.
Jason Goes to Hell is a rough one to sit through, though. That's probably the one that's the hardest for me to sit through.
Because it's the hidden, man. It kills me because
it is the hidden, but I don't know. Just not a big fan of it. The beginning is good because the girl's hot. That's about it. I think the first 4 suffer a bit from blending together. 5 being the first to really change up the formula a bit. Not a negative, but it makes them hard to distinguish sometimes. Yeah, I can see that. In part 5, we're big fans of Part 5. I mean, I know everybody hated
Yeah.
it. It was a black sheep. It was the H3 of the franchise, but it's finding its place, and I enjoy it. It's got, like I said,
Yeah,
it's got some of my favorite tits and horror history in it.
Yeah, since I've been doing this stuff with Pat here, I was never a fan of 5, but now it's really caught on. Our old co-host Mike, that's one of his favorite movies. He
Yeah,
loves it.
I love it. I really enjoy it.
I like the Jason mask too, with the blue on it too. It's kind of a different touch. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got so let us know your ranking, throw it in the chat, and make sure you come along on Tuesday night, watch it with us. So let's do or what did you watch? For those that are just joining us, we do a segment called What Did You Watch? We talk about what we watched, maybe give some ideas, and you guys tell us what you watched to give us some ideas. I mean, some of the more recent stuff I'm catching is people chiming in on shit they're watching, because there's so much shit out there, and some of it is shit. So it's nice when you get a recommendation from people that something's good, instead of wasting your time and watching, Skinamarink.
Skinamarink.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for those 2 hours of my life
We've had
back.
enough of that one.
Yeah. So let's do some what did you watch? So what did you watch this week? I didn't watch much. I was busy. Another busy week. What did I watch? So I watched Airplane 1 and 2 back to back again the other day because it was on. So when it's on, you watch Airplane back to back 1 and 2. I watched H3. Rob Zombie's H1 was on the other day, and right after Fear came on. So that's what's funny when we mentioned Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that's a wild turd there.
Fear was on, so I watched Fear, and I think that was really it. And I don't know if Mike's still in the chat. I know we were pretty shit-faced in the man cave last night. I don't even remember what we were watching. So we might have been. I might have watched something else, but I don't remember it.
Damn, blown away. I haven't seen that in a long time, Ryan. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Good movie.
Yeah, very good film.
Travis says, as a child, he loved 5 by default because of how many characters say they have to take a shit. This is true. That was comedy gold. And one's actually singing while he's shitting.
Travis, and that bathroom humor of yours.
Yeah. Travis found Rad on Steelbook. I had no idea they made a Steelbook of Rad.
Rad, I think I told you that's right. I made $80 on that VHS like 25 years ago.
Wow.
On eBay.
Gang Jam Horror Asylum is a solid found footage film. The name is wonky, but I never heard of that one. Thanks, Field. I'm gonna write that down. What is it on? Is it streaming somewhere? Gang Jam Horror Asylum. Interesting. Never heard of it.
Never heard of her.
Nope. Little full. A lot of sap.
So anybody out there watch Dream Scenario? Let me know what you think with Nicolas Cage. It's on Max. It's very bizarre, but it has its moments.
Yeah, I wrote that. Did I write? No, I didn't write that. Dream. It's on
A little bit of a dark comedy with some horror to it. Very strange.
What did you watch? Anything interesting this week besides that?
That was it. That was it. Oh, and Rocky Balboa. I got into the whole Rocky stuff after the thing with two heads. I couldn't, because did you hear him talking about him where he's showing him Danae, his girlfriend? Just how much he didn't like Rocky 2. I'm like, oh god. I messaged him. I had to. I'm like, dude,
did you?
That's crazy.
Rocky 2 is my favorite.
Mine too. Just.
Oh,
and
I
he's
remember
like,
that
Rocky
movie.
3 is awesome. I'm like, Rocky 3 is awesome, but Rocky 2 sucks. At least you can say Rocky 2 is pretty good. Rocky 3 is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how you could say Rocky 2 sucked. That's weird. We watched a really crappy movie as a kid called Gone Fishing. I remember. I don't think I ever saw it, but I remember.
Pesci, Danny Glover, Travis. Yeah. Yeah.
Dear God, that was rough. I remember hearing. I never, truth be told, never saw it.
Oh, you know what? I did watch. I watched Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield and Joe Pesci.
Oh God, I love Easy Money. She says, "Can't stick around. Have a good night. Awesome stream. You guys rock." Thanks, Gene. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, thanks, Gene.
We appreciate it. Have a good week. Oh,
happy St. Patty's Day if you celebrate.
Happy St. Patty's Day, and hopefully we'll see you Tuesday night. Come watch H3 with us. Yeah, Easy Money, one of my favorite films. Love that movie.
Travis, really? That wasn't funny. That's not funny.
Hearing Sean shit on Rocky 2 was hilarious. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinions. They could be wrong, but they're entitled to their opinions.
I did leave it at that with my last message. I left it at that. I guess everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, to their wrong
You
opinion.
don't know. It's not like he knows. Like I don't take it personally. I probably should just tell him that I didn't.
No, that's the whole, and that's the problem sometimes when you do stuff on YouTube. Believe me, I've gotten, especially with this new thing I've been doing now with
I want to just bust his chops because I figure I could bust his chops, but maybe not.
especially when I've been doing this thing now, if you've seen on the channel where I do my 10 favorite albums from a different year, and I started in the 70s, and God forbid I don't have something on there that somebody else likes. They're like, how could you leave this off? It's like, well, because I don't particularly care for it. Or it would have made my top 20, but this is a top 10. How do you not have this on the list? It's easy. I don't like it.
I probably,
know?
I'm, you know what though? I'm kind of probably, I don't, maybe it's just because of what it is. It's Rocky. I was just surprised, like he thought it was that awful, I think, or that bad.
I was too. I was like, Rocky 2? Seriously? Rocky 5, I can see you shit all over, but Rocky 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, part 5, I could totally see.
Yeah, and people can rip on 4 for that matter too, for things, and it's all right.
Let's double check that it's actually on. Oh, it's on Prime. Okay, I'll have to check it out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah.
Something to watch. Very
No, that's
cool.
all I watched though. Yeah, not too much. You know, we were one of the nights. I think you and I were talking with Bill pretty late though. So
Oh yeah,
that
man,
was one of the nights.
that was a big mistake. I was hurt the next day.
Yeah, you slept like an hour and a half or some shit. Like
I was
that.
tired. Yeah, I had like 2 hours of sleep, but I made up for it the next night. I fell asleep at like 8:30. I kept falling asleep in the chair. The wife's like, "You're snoring. Go to bed."
Oh, now he's gonna play more grab ass here. Here we go. Oh, she plants a big one on him though. That's what this is here.
Really,
Yeah.
Travis? You do like Rocky 2 quite a bit, but Rocky 5 has slowly become your favorite.
Travis, did you go watch the alternate, the work print alternate cut of the fight? It's on YouTube. I forgot if you told me if you watched it.
And that's part 2, right? The fight, right? The extended part. That's from part 2.
No, Rocky 5.
Oh, it's Rocky 5.
There's
Okay,
an alternate. There's an alternate cut of the street fight. Yeah,
I have to go check it out. I haven't watched it. But yeah, that's
They
ours. Let us know what you watched. Throw it in the chat. Throw it in the comments. Give us some more ideas of some fun shit from some fun shite to do. This one I've been looking forward to all day. So we're going to do our top 5 butts in horror. Now, I didn't want to put asses because YouTube flags everything. None of our streams are ever monetized because it always says that we're not right for advertisers because of all this shit we do. So,
Raccoon Eyes, I'll answer that. Yeah, Pep knows this. We've talked about it many times. He was supposed to fight Tommy Gunn, yes, and he was going to win and he was going to die after it. That is what was what was expected. But MGM's like, we don't kill off James Bond, which is kind of funny. Spoiler alert: they do kill James Bond recently, and they don't kill Rocky. That's what MGM had said. So they changed it. Anyways, Pat, sorry.
And you can't kill Michael Myers apparently either.
Well, you think about it. This is marketing strategy. This is business.
Yeah. Travis started writing and drawing a children's book about Rocky 4, which is about Clubber Lang trying to steal Rocky's belt while he's in Russia. Robert, his friends, and the robot having to stop. Really?
Travis, are you fucking with us? That's funny.
Tom Atkins is he's number 1. Next. Oh, we have Mr. Well, we're talking about that's when I told the wife what we were doing. She's like, seriously, you're going to do your top 5 asses? And of course, everybody said men. I'm like, no, it's not men. It's women. Sorry.
We could have done top 5 mustaches and all. It would have to be all movies. And, Atkins and Burt Reynolds would be in there.
And Tom Selleck, too.
Fuck yeah. Maybe some Dabney Coleman since we're going to meet him here in a month.
Yeah. All right, let's do our top 5 and we'll talk some hot asses. Great ass.
Great. You know, we're talking great asses. I'm sorry. The yellow wiffle ball bats that they sold in stores with the baseball on top, they'd never changed the way they sold those
Never.
back in 1982. That was the same way it looked. Holy shit.
Still the same. Still the same.
Thin bat with the ball. Sorry, Pat, finish what you were saying.
So tonight we're doing our top 5 butts in horror. Women's butts. I should have put women's, but on the thumbnail, people are going to see great asses. Because we did top 5 boobs. We did top 5 booby snubs. So last week was like, what about it? Somebody threw in the chat. I think it might have been Travis. I forget. Somebody said, what about top 5 asses? And there's a lot of hot booties in horror.
Indeedy.
Yeah, so
Mark Hamill and body bags.
oh, God, Mark Hamill and body bags. Yeah, that's just a scene. I just never, ever needed to see Luke Skywalker's ass. Just didn't need to see it. No, just didn't need to see it.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. How My Uncle's Robot Saved Christmas is the name. Rocky Rod. Just a warning, it's subtitled. If you like that, Incantation on Netflix is also a scary under the radar foreign film. Incantation.
Well, When Evil Lurks was subtitled, right? So
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 5, when we talked about doing hot butts, my number 5, I mean, everything, it's not just our ass, everything is hot in this. Salma Hayek from Dusk to Dawn.
You know what? I'm just going to go out of order. That was my number 4, so I'm with you on that. No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, Salma Hayek. Oh, Brian, right there. He's as I speak it, he's right typing it too. Salma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn. Absolutely.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It wasn't just her ass. It was everything that was hot as hell in that. Ooh, she's still good. She's still good to go.
It's unbelievable. 30 years later and everything's still cooking.
Yeah, she's in that category of people that must have sold their soul to the devil because they just get hotter as they get older. Yeah,
do a convention, please.
Obviously, I didn't have the money to sell my soul to the devil. That's why I look like this. So yeah, that's my number 5.
You're
so
Italian,
you know what? Then
that doesn't work.
I'll give you my number 4. Then you can give me the 5. Because since you said Salma Hayek was your number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 4, and we spoke her name before when we talked about recasting, Jessica Biel, especially from TCM, 2003. You have her on there too?
She's my number 3 from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. We're doing this. I'm doing a different thing here, Pat. I'm just, if you say one, then I'm saying that's my number 3. So then we can just keep on going.
All right, so that's your number 3. So you still owe us your number 5.
I gotta tell you though, but they shot that. There's certain scenes where it was meant for that reasoning.
Oh no, they framed the scene around her ass. They so did.
Yeah,
smart move. That's why I made our list. Yeah.
Damn you, Justin Timberlake, huh?
Yeah. Seriously, bastard. Those bastards.
But she's awesome in it though too. She's good.
Great in the film, and it's like, oh, seriously.
And she's got like a tough girl look too. You know, it's just like, man.
Yeah, love it. Love me some Jessica Biel. Yeah, throw some more in the chat. Tell us some more other hot asses. So. Let me see. Number 3. So you still owe us number 5. So let's see if this matches up. For my number 3, see if she made your list. My number 3 is Kathleen Kinmont, Kelly Meek from H4.
Nope.
Because the scene where you think you're going to see her boobs and you see her ass, it's like, whoa. And then when she stands up, great ass.
Can. That's your word. That's the Pat word. Can.
Yeah, can. What a can.
What?
Hell of a can. Nice can. Beautiful. And so Kathleen Kinmont and Kelly Meeker from H4. What an ass.
Well, we're going back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but we're only talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, which we've talked about. Somebody I've been a big fan of, Jordana Brewster.
I actually thought of her. Yeah, I thought of that. She's got some can. Woo.
Love her. I wish she would do more. Really wish she would do more besides Fast and the Furious and whatever else is lingering out there.
That is an ass that everybody should own a picture of and keep it in their wallet. Seriously, if I could take one with me, you just need to take that with you. So my number. So you still owe us number. Was that your number 5?
That went all the way back to number 5. That one, yeah.
All right, so that was so now we're figuring it all out here. So we did 5, 4, 3. All right, number 2. My number 2 is actually one of the things that made us think about this, if I remember correctly. And I should have looked up her real name. I'm just going by her name in the film, but Terry, Friday 13th, part 2.
God, yeah, we were talking about that, and I didn't even put it on the list.
Yeah. How could you not? I mean, the body was amazing, not just her ass, but oof.
Man. Okay, well, here you go,
Travis,
Pat.
but in Jason Goes to Hell, the girl hitchhiker who flirts with Steven. Okay.
We got to go Jessica Alba, Idle Hands.
That was another one. I thought of that one too. Yep.
There's just one specific spot that just says it, and I'm gonna have to look it up, Pat. I'm so sorry.
he's got it saved, that exact spot. Well, the same thing. Like when I was thinking Kelly Meeker from H4, you really only get to see her ass those 2 times. I mean, she's standing up and when they're in Vincent Drug, but when she's on top of Brady, and it's like, ooh, what an ass. Jennifer Lopez in The Cell, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
that's a big one. Yeah, The Cell.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez, man. Not a fan of her music, but what a can.
Yeah, I think JLo had a few scenes like that, didn't she? Though in some other movies.
Frank just sent us a message. Which days are we going to Chiller? Friday, Saturday. Yeah, we'll be meeting up with Frank from the Slaughtered Lamb at the Chiller Theater. Oh, look, the angel costume. He already knows.
Look at this, Pat. Just look at that from Idle Hands. Just look at that.
That is a. I just want to sleep on. I want that as a pillow just to sleep with every night. See, this is safe space because my wife does not watch my
Sorry
podcast.
if we're offending anybody.
Yeah, sorry we're offending anybody because we're talking about girls' asses. Yeah, my wife doesn't watch this podcast, so she could give a shit less. I told her we were doing it. She's like, seriously, you're ranking girls' asses tonight? I said, yep. We already did boobs. Now
And I
we're
think
doing
my
ass.
wife takes the look but don't touch attitude, I guess, is right. Is that the.
That's it.
Anyways.
So that was my number 2, was Terry from Friday the 13th. What was your number 2? Oh, it's Jessica Alba.
Yeah, Jessica Alba.
Number 2. So my number 1. And this is it's always been one of my we talk about her a lot because of certain movies she's in, and she just gets hotter and hotter with age, and I just love her to death. Miss Barbara Crampton in From Beyond.
Oh yeah.
God damn that woman. From Beyond, Reanimator, Chopping Mall. She just showed all her assets. It's just
You know, Pat, we gotta I think we really need to talk about the dudes one day. I'm all good. I'm all about talking about the dudes too. I'm throwing Pat for a loop too.
Hey, I see it. How many times, Jesus Christ, I tell my wife, I'm like, what do you think? You know, you see a good looking guy. I have no problem with saying there's a good looking guy. I care
That's
less.
right, Pat. I like it.
Make a difference to me.
That's your number 1? Yeah.
My number 1, Barbara Crampton. Oh, I love her to death. I love every part of her. I feel, you know what? I'm trying to think if she's ever been at a convention when I've been there, because that's one I definitely have to go meet.
She's going to be at Horror Hound next weekend in Cincy with Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, with Jeffrey Combs. Who's going to a talking head? Get a job. Love it. Oh, look, see, Raccoon Eyes is cool. She don't take offense.
Thank you, Raccoon Eyes.
And you know what? We could do men's butts. I have no problem with that.
I'll talk Mel Gibson's. Oh, that's not horror. But
Little man ass, some hairy ass on what's his name? The guy that was in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh my God! Hey,
Yeah.
I got both Silent Night, Deadly Night figures now. The second one's coming. I got one for a good price. I'm very excited.
Nice.
I'm going to be busy with autographs when I'm with you, Pat. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. I might have to orchestrate some help so we can get done, so we can party.
Oh yeah, we definitely got. And we're going to meet up with Jeremy too during the day, right? We're going to have lunch.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I should message him just as a heads up. But we got what, a month?
Yeah, we got a month to worry about it. We got time.
Yeah. Oh, where are we back? Oh, number 1. Number 1.
Stacey Nelkin. Yes, nice can.
I was trying to look here because yeah, that's right. Okay.
Travis and Jesse, a nightmare too. We talk about man's ass.
Yeah, there you go.
And the coach did nightmare too.
Hey, how about Leo Rossi's ass in Halloween 2?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we could throw a lot of men's asses in there doing an episode. Oh
Number
yes, good call, Raccoon. How about Megan Fox at Jennifer's
I
body?
was thinking about putting her on
Oof.
there, Raccoon Eyes. That's a good one. Hey, I gotta tell you, just because they made so many movies of it and she looks so good in her costume. Kate Beckinsale, Underworld, all those movies. That's my number one. Kate Beckinsale.
That's your number one. Yeah, she's stunning.
Yeah,
Absolutely stellar.
Should we go wake up Joe? No, just kidding.
Oh man, when he said he's wasted, it's like, come on, man. Especially if you're wasted, you gotta come on.
Everybody went dead silent after that.
It's like, come
I'm
on,
kidding,
man.
Joe. You know I love you, Joe.
Oh, you know what? I completely skipped over our new items in our collection too. Well, we'll do that after this.
Well, Joe, I hope you're going to be on for my birthday on Tuesday, man.
Yeah, that's right. Tuesday. Oh wait, Tuesday. Oh shit. So we shouldn't be doing Friday the 13th. We're supposed to be doing. It's your birthday.
I didn't say anything to you. I wasn't going to be a dickhead like that.
No, I forgot about it. No, we're supposed to be doing it with 48 hours, right?
Yeah, we were going to try to do all the Walter Hill stuff, but
Yeah. So no, I could change that. It's not a big deal. And all I have to do is change the date, and I'll change the date from Friday the 13th. We'll do that next Tuesday.
Okay.
I completely forgot you. I wrote it down too. I didn't look at my book. I've had a crazy week. That's right. All right. Yeah. So what did we do in 48 hours?
Yeah, we all have. It's just crazy times. Look, I wasn't even totally prepared as much. I just wanted to come on and have a good time on St. Patrick's Day.
Exactly. I didn't do much.
I did Shamrock meats, you know.
I did, what do you call it, yesterday? I did a Munson. A lot of drinking.
Oh, I was going to say I thought you were puking. I was like, no way.
No. That's one thing. I'm not a puker. I never really was. So
that was when I was younger. It's funny, when I got older, it stopped.
Rip Torn and Freddie got fingered. Oh, no.
Wait a minute. We talking asses?
Did they show his ass in that? I don't remember. I haven't watched it in so long.
I just know we always play that video on our intercom when nobody's around at work. Daddies, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Oh man, I don't need to see Rip Torn's ass. But that's our top 5 butts in horror. That, and of course, we mean women's butts. We did throw some man ass in there. Maybe we'll do an episode on our top 5 man ass. I'm not wrong with that.
Is that a great name, Rip Torn? Like both the first and last name mean the same thing?
I forget what his real name is, but yeah, I think Torn is actually
there is a real name. Okay.
Yeah, I think there is, if I remember correctly. I don't think that's his real name. But yeah, that's our top 5 butts in horror. Let us know some more in the chat if you want, and throw some in the comments afterwards.
Indeed.
But we completely forgot about
some sausage?
new items in our collection. I don't have much. I only got one thing this week.
Why does that fucking ex-wife of Tom Atkins scare the shit out of everybody? With their car and horn.
So I got this in this week. The miniature characters.
Mine's at the local post office. It's coming tomorrow.
And isn't there the exclusive ones that are orange? I don't think I ordered those.
Brian got them, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you had. I know you could order them at age 45, and I didn't do it, but I thought maybe you could do it afterwards. I guess I didn't do it. I completely forgot about it. I'm slipping.
And I guess they're probably, you can't pre-order, but you can't order them, right? It was an exclusive just for them.
Well, I don't know. I got to look online because nothing's exclusive these days. Nothing is exclusive, apparently.
Well, yeah, I mean, without it going up, I guess. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all I got this week.
Mm-hmm.
And Brett got.
Yeah, this is a birthday present for my brother and his family. This is an exclusive ringsidecollectibles.com. All 3 of Mick Foley's characters. And why I got this, my brother asked me what I wanted. Pat, Mick Foley will sign this for all 3 of the boxes on the inside for one price, which is kind of cool. So
that's a good person. That's not somebody being greedy.
Yeah, because he knows he's already gotten the money from the line of it. He probably got a certain percentage of all those sold. So yeah, he knows. So yeah, I asked for it right away. I'm like, I'll do it. He does it in all different paint markers and shit. So me and the autographs. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, good stuff, man.
Very cool. We got that, and you got.
I met Mike Tyson today. That was a trip and a half, Pat. That was a trip and a half. I didn't even get to tell him, please don't sign it with the same marker color on top.
Yeah, why did he do that?
I was just. Then he talked to my son. I will say, these people they give my son when you meet these famous people, I'm glad they give the kids the opportunity and all this stuff. And my son knows them from the Nintendo game, obviously. Who doesn't know Mike Tyson if they played video games at that Punch Out game, So, and then Sammy Sosa was first time back in Chicago in 17 years. So big for Chicago Cub fan. So, and I believe your neighbor Mike. I remember when I first met your neighbor, he's got like a jersey, I think, of his. He was asking me if I wanted to buy it. Remember?
Yeah, he's got a Sosa jersey.
Yeah, so good to see him back here. Somebody asked him if he did steroids in the media when he got off the plane, and it became a big ordeal today. So that was pretty funny.
Oh, did they really? What did he say?
Because it was a reporter he knew pretty well, like from when he played here. And he's like, I didn't expect that question from you, so I'll talk to you later.
Nice.
Very
cool.
Yeah. So those are my new items. Yes. God bless it. Look at that Myers with that green hair. It's just awesome.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. God bless AI.
Gave him some good green hair there.
Always forgot Tyson is in Rocky Balboa and had no idea he got a yeah.
Travis, it is so weird that they made a figure of that too, because he's in the front row. Yeah, he's in it for like maybe 15 seconds. Yapping at what's his name? Who's the guy he faces at in Rocky Balboa? God, now the alcohol's talking.
Oh shit.
Mason the Line Dixon, but I forget his real name. But
his real name, yeah.
Well, so Roberto Duran, Pat, was supposed to be there, but he's in the hospital with a heart condition. And I have a Rocky 2 figure of his because he's the one sparring partner, at Mixed Gym, if you remember the second Rocky.
Wow.
I had to get the money back for the autograph. So Mason the Line Dixon, yeah. What's the real boxer's name, though? He was a real life fighter. I always told Joe, because Joe got married at Mandalay Bay, I remember when they shot that fight with him and Rocky Balboa, like they were looking for extras like crazy. They couldn't even fill the place to their liking. So they had to do some alternate shooting. It's like, man, you could get enough people to do that, but people just probably don't want to sit around the entire day. I think that's probably part of it. Antonio Tarver. Thank you, Travis. Yeah.
That was the encyclopedia. So yeah,
stuff,
that's
man.
Definitely that. So that's our new items in our collection. Let us know if you guys got anything new. Either hit us in the chat, hit us in the comments, and what we got left for this fine evening. Wow, this night's flying by. Holy shit.
It flew by, but I think we're kind of like, you and I are just like, I think we're kind of exhausted.
Oh,
I'm still over here trying to talk. I'm like,
yeah.
Still go have a cigar today. I don't care.
I might. Well, get off. If we can make this. If they get off quick enough, if you can get outside at a reasonable hour, I'll go have a cigar.
Yeah.
Because I can't stay up too late. I actually have to be at 6 tomorrow, so I have to get up 10 to 15 minutes earlier.
Oh God, she's messing with the circuits. Don't do it.
Don't
mess with
the board. Do it. But let's do our collectible spotlight. So if those who don't know, maybe just join us. We do a collectible spotlight where we pick something from our collection and do a little spotlight. So let's do. I have to update this video one of these days too. Collectible spotlight.
Dude,
sorry.
I tried. Tom Atkins could not hear me. I totally, instead of stop it, I really wanted to put on my figure, forget it.
Forget it. Yeah, right.
Oh, there's a man ass. It just happened. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Atkins ass.
Atkins ass.
God, that sounds hysterical. Atkins ass.
The old double A, the Atkins ass.
Do you have any Atkins ass on you?
What a Canadian box set of the 3 Midnight Run sequels starring Krista McDonald. think we're all exhausted. Been a long weekend with a lot of partying. Tis the season. Oh yeah, I mean,
Forget it.
I started drinking yesterday, like friggin'. Oh god, when I get to the bar, 2:30, and then we went to another bar, and then, we hit the cigar store
Well,
along the way.
I
Oh,
think
it was rough.
I sent you the picture because like those Outback Steakhouses are closing, and we were like, we should probably get to one of those before they all close. That's where we went last night. I drank a couple of those big boys, those big tall boys. Those are like 24 ounces.
Outbacks are closing.
Some of them are closing in our area, at least. Yeah.
Oh, there's none up by me, but there's a lot of them in Jersey. Where there's one right in town where I grew up.
If you
I
like
know.
a tad bit of heat, I'm not talking like a lot of heat, but just enough heat. They have a great chili. I was surprised. I'd never had their chili before. I loved it.
I haven't
a
eaten
bean-
Outback in ages.
It's a beanless chili, so if like you're bummed that there's no beans in it, but
I'm a bean
there's
guy. I
plenty
like
of other
bean chili.
things in it. I like beans. I like beans.
I'm a bean guy. I like beans in my chili. So I threw this up there. I think it was it yesterday? I threw this up on my Instagram. So I figured I'll just make this my collectible spotlight in honor of Silver Shamrock Day.
That's good stuff, Pat.
So
See, I should have thought about that, but I have another one. So yeah. Look at that.
yes, more appropriate even than this. So I figured let me throw this up there. I got my H3 masks and my 3 Atkins figures. The one in the middle is signed, obviously. I gave away the other one. We gave away the other one on the channel.
That's right. And so the other one, the non-sticker one, is our the one with the coaster. Yeah.
The one with the coaster, yeah. Which I was forced to buy because I don't have a problem having another Atkins figure, but I'm like, do I really need another one? But I really wanted the coaster. So
I wonder if Steve Green got one. I meant to ask Steve Green. He got one, right? Unless he didn't like Halloween 3 as much.
no, I think he
he's
did.
a purist.
Yes, no, he likes that H3 because I think he just got the one with the coaster.
I saw he went to Monster Mania. Him and I, we were talking about. He's a wrestling guy, which I just never really caught until recently. So
Yeah, I saw he was at Monster Mania. I saw the picture he posted with Dick Warlock. And if I would have known he was going and I was going to go, I would have met up with him. But yeah, Travis says most appetizing / best food scenes in horror. I could do that.
Yeah,
Why not?
Dick Warlock. I think about that meeting. Well, Dick Warlock was allowed at age 45, but that was the first guy that I was in line when I was in line with Bill at Flashback. That was the first person we met together, like as a group. So that was kind of cool. Very memorable.
So that's in honor of what we're wearing in St. Patty's Day. Irish Halloween masks. You never know.
No,
And
I have my. Oh shoot, we forgot that.
you forgot this. There's one more. So this is actually
yeah. My best friend Dan, he goes with me to these sports shows, and yesterday was Austin 316 day because it was March 16th. That is his promo from when he became Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he signed him for part of Fanatics. So my buddy Dan, he split the cost of that autographed 16 by 20 pictures. So I'm going to be redoing the Rocky room, one side of it, Pat, not the Rocky side, but the other side of it with all my McFarlanes. I've got some new pictures there I'm going to be putting up. So yeah, that was very special to get. So
very cool. Yeah, we forgot all about that.
There's a lot, man. 316 day, and then there's our collector's spotlight, baby. There we go. Warwick Davis, baby.
Warwick Davis. And it's weird if from far away his signature looks like a hamburger. It looks weird.
And I should probably take a better shot of it next time.
Does he sign it in like a hat? It looks like a top hat that he signed in the middle of.
It's a big swirl, but then on the bottom right it says Lep. His shorts for Leprechaun is inscribed. I got that. That's when Lisa and I went to Monster Mania before we were married. That was my second Monster Mania when we went to Cherry Hill together. Well, we got a lot of people at that Monster Mania.
What year was that?
That was Danny Trejo. That was 08. Summer 2008.
Look at that. Time flying, huh?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect for
Leprechaun. We did we?
Probably
we should.
We didn't do a watch along of Leprechaun. We probably should. I mean, I'm not, truth be told, I'm not the biggest Leprechaun guy. The first one is okay, but the rest of them, like,
Well, with Jennifer Aniston too, it's.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it in the theater because I remember going to see it in the theater because when we saw the advertisement, we thought it was so fucking ridiculous. These people were like, we gotta go see this movie. And we went, and I'm like, chick's really hot. And it was Jennifer Aniston before. It was before Friends.
It was. And then she went to commercials, and then the Friends thing happened. Yeah.
His signature looks like a fly popping out of a manhole and waving, haha. Okay.
It's not the
That's well
greatest shot
detailed.
because of the sun. It's not
That's
the
well
greatest
detailed.
shot. Yeah, might have
Oh.
to fix that.
Yeah, so that is our collectible spotlight for this evening. We can do some quick shameless plugs, and look at that. We'll get out of here at a reasonable hour. I might be able to have a cigar and actually get to bed at a reasonable hour.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Smith. We had a time getting it here.
You see all these ladies that are working in the office in this? Okay, sorry, we're not doing a watch along. I can't remember.
I'm the same. I'm right there with you, Bill. I could never get into it. The first one was all right, but the rest of them, I think I saw the second one, and I don't think I've seen any of the other ones. Actually, just watching the stream today with Frank and Darren. Darren's like, I've never even seen them. He's never had any desire to see them.
You know, guys, I gotta tell you, you go back, there's things that happen that you don't even catch. Like, I didn't like it. I think when I first saw it, it grew on me. The one guy gets his, I think I've told you this, Pat, like where the guy gets his leg caught in the bear trap, you know, Leprechaun sets up the bear trap. So the rest of the movie he's limping, you know, they try to bandage his leg up and everything. And, you know, they're trying to shoot him in the barn. The same guy that got his leg caught in the bear trap. And he's trying to load his gun as the leprechaun goes running past him. And it's so instant, you don't catch it all the way. He says,
I
how's your
remember
leg?
that,
And he
yeah.
kicks him and he falls to the ground.
I do remember that. Yeah, it was
It's
funny.
so brief. It's so brief. It's so funny, though.
Give me my gold. Give me my gold.
Yeah, I tell you, the second one, but the third one in Vegas is freaking priceless too. The female lead did one movie, that's it, and she got out of acting. And she's look up Leprechaun 3, look at the female in that movie. It's like, oh my god, what? Why didn't you do more?
Was she hot?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never saw any of that. Like, I know everybody laughs. Travis is actually talking about it now with Bill. Leprechaun in the Hood. I never saw that one either. I don't know. I just never had the desire to see any more of them. The first one was like, and then I remember I did see the second one when it came on HBO or Skinamax or whatever. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, part 4 was in space. Part 4 is in space. It sucked. The ones in the Hood, you thought they would have been good, and not for me. You know, the ice. You know, they got Ice-T in the mix. I think for both of them.
Oh, Ice-T was in them. Yeah, I never saw them, so I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Raccoon said Ralph Straight or Buddy Cuffer is buried in Monmouth Cemetery, New Jersey, and my best friend's family is there. So when we go, really, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Monmouth Cemetery. Yeah, I used to live in.
Raccoon, nice.
I was in school. I'm originally from northern New Jersey, but I have relatives down in Monmouth County, and I actually went to school in Monmouth County. I lived in Long Branch, which I'm sure you all know where I go. Back before it was all built up like it is now. Now you can't touch property in that fucking area. When the villain talks too much, especially comedically, it ruins the appeal. Yeah.
Unless you know what you're getting into, though. Like, yeah.
You knew you were getting into a comedy horror. You knew it. So that, yeah, it doesn't really ruin it for me. To me, like when Freddy got too comedic, it kind of killed it because it stopped being scary. There was no sense of horror.
Yeah, after 3, right? I think it was after 3, but then New Nightmare kind of brought it back a little bit.
New Nightmare definitely changed the game. It did bring it back. But the first one, just when we talked about it, I just remember it vividly. Like movies, you always did we ever do that? Movies, you remember exactly where you were when you saw it. I think we talked about doing that, and I remember vividly watching Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street the first time and being just blown away at it, how cool it was, the whole concept of it.
I think I think we changed. I'm trying to I was thinking broadening that subject, Pat. Like, remember where I was, or I remember After Effects, or remember things that happened afterwards, like Blair Witch Project, or not Blair Witch, the Paranormal Activity, the first one. After seeing it, my wife makes fun of me to this day because I needed a light on it. That movie messed me up. That first one. And we were already married, or no, maybe we were married. I don't know. I can't remember when the first Paranormal Activity was. I think it was after we were married, but yeah, that I had the light on. I was like, I gotta get away.
I'm right there with you, Bill. I know I did see the second one and didn't care for it, and I just never bothered with any of the other ones. Freddy 4 was the nail in the coffin that sealed his fate as a funny guy. But that was the thing that really killed it. Because I remember, I think we talked about, we should do this. Talk about movies you remember the time and place, because I remember the most ones I remember vividly. I remember vividly seeing Halloween, obviously for the first time in 1980. Remember Nightmare on Elm Street, but seeing Halloween 2 in the theater, I remember vividly because if you remember it, at the end of it when they're wheeling Jamie Lee into the ambulance, and you see outside, it's all like foggy and dreary looking.
You could see the sun rising a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was like
Or you
foggy
see-
and dreary looking. And the theater I saw it in was the theater I eventually worked at a couple of years later in high school. It was a four screen theater, and it was right on right on the edge of the Hudson River, overlooking Manhattan. So when we came out, it was a rainy, dreary day. So it's like when we walked out, it looked like it was exactly like the weather in Halloween 2. So I was already scared because remember I was 9 years old and scared the shit out of me. And plus my brother and my cousins and all them were scaring the shit out of me during the film the whole time anyway, just to play games with me because I was, much younger than everybody that was there.
Mhm.
And coming out and seeing that weather, and then we had to walk home, and I walked home by myself.
You're like,
My brother
oh,
scared the shit out of me. But so I always remember that I walked out, it was like the same weather. I'm like, holy fuck! It's like I just walked into the movie. It was weird.
I guess Pat, I'm curious with you. I'm curious with everybody in the chat and revolving this subject that you had said. I remember seeing The Sixth Sense like right before it left the theater because everybody was talking about it. I didn't hear anything about the ending, but they said you got to see this movie. If you remember the same thing, right? Like everybody's like, "Oh, this is unbelievable! What happens there?" Were you told when you first saw it? Did you see it? Well, did you see it in the theater or did you
I saw it in the
not?
theater. Yeah.
Now, did you not know about the ending though ahead of time?
No. Fortunately, no.
I
Because
still
we saw it early on when it came out, so that's why we didn't know.
for me and my father, we just thought that was so damn. I thought it was so damn clever. It's just at its time. At its time, I'm sure there's people who say, "Oh, we knew it." Okay, fine, whatever. Uh-oh.
Hold on one second. It's my son. What's the matter?
Did you feel that?
Feel what?
It's like it felt like someone dropped something really heavy.
Where upstairs? Noise?
Not noise. Like I felt my desk vibrate.
I don't know. Mom upstairs?
Terrence, everybody.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Sorry.
He got a haircut. His haircut looked good. I was gonna tell you that.
Yeah, you can actually see his face now. I remember seeing Karate Kid 3 for the first time after getting H1N1 vaccine and crapping my brains out. So, well, I can see that. You always remember that, man. If you had the S squirts, the Hershey squirts, why not?
H1N1. Wow.
Darkness Falls with the Killer Tooth Fairy is one that had to sleep with the lights on after.
How about the first Saw? Right, the first Saw was very memorable to see. Like, oh, really? Really?
Yeah, did we do that? Movies that shocked us first time we saw it. Oh no, we had movies. No, we did movies that you only needed to see once.
Yeah, because mine, I always think of The Game with Michael.
And to me,
Douglas.
Sixth Sense was on that because once you find out what happens, you kind of don't need to go back and see it again. I don't think. Truth be told, I probably watched it again after that, but not all that much because it just when the movie is like that, where you have to wait to the end to find out what happens. Kind of doesn't have a lot of rewatchability. I mean, the Halloween stuff, you know what's going to happen. Friday 13th, it's all the same stuff, so you can watch it over and over again. I mean, that's just the way I am. But yeah, we did do those movies you only need to see once. But we could do movies that you remember time and place where you saw them. That would be a lot of cool because there's plenty of them I remember. Like I just rattled off 3 out off the top of my head. I can remember another one. I remember vividly sitting in the theater watching Forrest Gump, and as soon as I remember getting up and looking at my wife, me and Kathy saw it together, and I go, there's no way in hell that Tom Hanks is not winning the Oscar for this fucking movie.
Or Forrest Hump.
Forrest Hump that's a 4-star film. That's just like Halloweeny.
Halloweeny. League of Their Moans.
League of Their Moans. Romancing the Bone.
Romancing the Bone.
we should do that, like funny. Oh god, that's a good one. Porn movies named after feature films.
Oh god, we could go on. And
oh god, because
on.
especially in the 80s, for those that are my age group, and you went to the video store in the 80s if they had a porn section, and they always had those Western style doors that they bought.
Yeah, the
and
cowboy. We're walking in a saloon.
Yeah, they had the cowboy doors, and they bought the hinges for those cowboy doors from the squeaky hinge company, because this way everybody in the place knew you were going in there to look at the porn. Like if you push the doors are like, so everybody just look to see who's going to see the porn, and then you walked in there like a creeper. But
Yeah, romancing the bone.
yeah, you got it. So Rambone, yeah, Rambone too. I remember Rambone. But you used to read the covers because back then they were like feature films. Nowadays they don't even bother. I mean, there's no porn industry now. Everybody just does everything online for fuck's sake. I don't even think there's a porn industry anymore. Debbie does Dallas. Debbie does Perf. That was me. Big Perf. Sorry, folks.
Park's closed.
Park's closed.
Sorry.
Moose out front. Should have told you. Yeah. Texas vein saw massacre. I don't know that one. Bill's seen them all too on Goldenrod.
The one I wanted to look up, I could remember, was Everyone I Did Last Summer.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we could go we should do this. We should really do this. Let's not
Booby Guard.
I remember this one, Dick Man and Throbbing.
Ocean's 11 inches.
Oh, we should wait, guys. We got to save this. This would be a good one. This would definitely be a good one.
Last one. I'm saving them. E.T. the Extra Testicle.
I remember that. I remember. E.T. the Extra Testicle. I do remember that.
I gotta turn this off. I'm closing it. Okay, after I saw Any Given Come Day, I stopped.
Oh God, we got this. That's an episode we should have Ronnie and Blake on for. That's right up their alley.
I was going back and forth with Blake today because I could tell you after we go up the air, but we had a rough day with the daughter with her tournament yesterday. So and Blake's a coach, so he kind of gave some good pointers. So him and I were talking. He was coming back from Disney.
Yeah, I saw the pictures
Disney
from
World.
Disney. Yeah, it looks nice. Good for him.
Yeah.
All the shit that they put up with this year. Good for him.
Yeah, and they don't look for supporters of anything, but guys, check out if you haven't. All the good names are taken. Those guys are they're a lot of fun, and their videos are short. They just did Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday, and that was a lot of fun.
I watched that one. I didn't see the other one yet. They just did. Oh shit! What was the one they just did? It popped up the other day. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I forget, but yeah, Blake, they don't need our help. They're big. They're a big channel
for a Major League Watch Along. Pat, I'm going to tell you, maybe we do that, revisit it again. I hate to always revisit stuff, but maybe we could even ask Blake again. Do another Major League Watch Along because of opening day when it comes up or something. That we had so much fun in that Major League one is my point. I just remember he joined us and we had such a great time. But
is that a true one? Indiana Bones, Rapers of the Lost Arse. Oh yeah, we got to do an episode.
Oh God, I don't want to go look it back up. Extra testicle.
I mean, yeah, let's save it all. I mean,
Any Given Come Day.
a poor porn pun, but let's not blow our load. Let's save it. So we'll do some quick shameless plugs to get out of Dodge while it's still early enough for me to have a cigar before the clock strikes 4:15. So although this is going to change. So we didn't have a top 5 for tomorrow because last week, go check out the episode from last week where we had Nightmare Christie on. We didn't do a top 5, so there's nothing for tomorrow. And that episode was so much fun, and she was a sweetheart, and we had so much fun with her. So there's no top 5, but you can go check out our top 5 deformed characters. That was last Monday. So this Tuesday, we're gonna bump Friday the 13th to next Tuesday. Because this Tuesday is Freddie's birthday. No, I'm sorry. I forgot. No, I completely forgot. So I blame myself. I'll blame myself. So we're going to bump Friday 13 Part 3 live watch along until next Tuesday. And this Tuesday we'll do 48 hours. So I'll change everything tonight, make up a new thumbnail. So yeah, that'll be next week. It's been a minute since we did a comedy watch along anyway. So, but if you want to prep, you can watch my Friday 13 Part 3.
Full Nelson on chat.
And I'm still working on the final chapter. I haven't had a chance to finish it. Surprise finger in my butt from Jason. So that's going to be coming along shortly. And yes, I had a bump. I had to work late last Thursday rather. So the book club is going to be this Thursday, provided I don't have to work late again, because it seems like I'm actually working late tomorrow. I'm going to Manhattan tomorrow, but as long as I don't get screwed, we should be good for Thursday night for the book club. And I threw this out there on my top 10 albums of the 70s. Threw this out there just yesterday, my top 10 albums of 73. Colin wasn't in the chat tonight, but Colin and I think we're going to collaborate and do our top 10 albums of 74 together. But I didn't see him in the chat tonight.
Yeah, because Colin's a 74 baby. That's a good point.
Yeah, so I think I said if you want to come on, I think we're going to do that together. So I have to reach out to him and we'll get that set up. And then you guys have some time this week. Let's see if we can get episode 2 in the can, and then we'll get that going. So go check out episode 1. That's still up there.
Yeah, we need to do that before the road trip.
Yeah, so
before
we're
my
going to
road
do
trip. Yeah.
so 2. But yeah, everybody knows we're here live every Sunday night. You can, and if you don't get a chance to watch us, you want to just hear it, you can check it out on all these platforms where it'll be streaming either tomorrow or the next day, depending on how quick they can get it up there. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that happy horse shit. Go join the Facebook group, the Horror Movie Podcast. A lot of fun stuff in there. Keep up with everything that's going on. Go check out Joe and MB's channel. Go join, go subscribe to them as well. And they have a podcast group as well on Facebook. Go check it out. That's all the shameless plugs, and that is that for that. Yeah, nice. So we'll do a cheers for St. Paddy's Day. I'm drinking my Irish Red.
Cheers, bitches.
What are you drinking there?
The Shamrock stuff.
Oh, it is a Shamrock stuff. Okay. Yeah, it almost looked like bourbon or something you had there.
I wish I was able to buy more than one because this is something I would have sent to you because I think it's that good.
Yeah, I do have to get some stuff together that I was thinking of for your birthday. It'll be a little late, like as usual, because I completely forgot. I fucked up. And I'm looking right at my calendar. I have a calendar right here, and it has your birthday on it. I'm like, how did I fucking miss that?
Oh my god, we got bills hanging up. Were we doing something with Tales from the Dark? I guess it's probably.
Oh yeah, Bill, you're still there? If you're still there, maybe next week, because I think we talked about Thursdays, and this week is going to be the book club. Maybe the following. Oh, we could do Friday. Oh shit, what's this weekend?
I'll be out of town, but I could at least I could try to figure something out. But yeah,
we'll figure something out. I could do Friday. Friday might be fun because I have a couple of drinks and I don't have to get up the next day for work.
Yeah, maybe when I get back in, then yeah. Well, I forgot where you and Bill and I we were also feeling it pretty well. I think after him and I talked about that.
Yeah, big time. Thanks, Travis, for hanging out. Happy St. Paddy's Day. Happy my name day. This is my name day, so it's always super special. As a kid, truth be told, I used to get a cake on St. Paddy's Day because it was my name day. Nobody gets me a cake anymore. Bastards.
Go to Nothing Bunt Cakes. You got those by you?
No, never heard of them.
Oh wow. Yeah.
No. Sounds interesting.
Too sweet.
A little full, a lot of sap. But everybody, thanks for
cookie places. You ever heard of those? Do you have those by you?
No, you got a lot of cool shit out there. What the
Crumble
fuck?
Cookies, the crazy ass sweet cookies.
No,
with a cake. Shit, oh shit, Pat! God, you'd lose your mind with those.
It's probably better I don't. I'm fucking old.
Yeah,
old enough as it is.
The diabetes would kick in further.
Yeah, I don't need that shit. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Like, subscribe, comment, all that happy horse shit. Make sure you hit that like button. I always forget because like buttons do help. Although 99% of the time we're not monetized anyway because of what we're talking about. But hit that like button anyway and subscribe.
It still battles and you still get a few, don't you?
I try. Yeah, most of them I lose, but we could at least still try. And thanks everybody. We'll see everybody on Tuesday night for Brett's birthday.
Thanks guys for joining us. Thank you.
48 hours. Awesome. So everybody have a great St. Paddy's Day. What's left of it, wherever you're watching from, and we'll see everybody Tuesday night. And you hang out. We'll say our quick goodbyes afterwards. And here we go. And Sláinte.
Night, everybody.